Remember, folks, I'm just a Muppet in a chair. Don't take me seriously. What's up, Boomerites?
Hey, guys.
You 80,000 Muppeteers. Lovely to see you.
80,000?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Now, because I got you on, this will actually be your first appearance on the YouTube channel post-birth.
Post-birth. There is no baby in me anymore.
No. Yeah, I knew when, because after we made the announcement of the birth, I knew that we had several recordings of us together from before it.
I did not get pregnant again that fast.
Right. Because some people were like, wait a minute, I'm confused.
Yeah.
I knew there would be some confusion. But, yeah, we got a lovely daughter now.
She's doing great.
Princess Boomer. So she's doing great.
Yep.
This is, I was just browsing around and I found this. This is called The Average American versus the Average British Person. How do they compare? People comparison.
Yeah.
And this is from the info.
What is average?
I don't know.
Yeah. Are any of us average?
This is from the Infographic Show, which has 13 million subscribers.
Oh, wow.
I've never heard of it, but I always love, educational cartoon type things.
Yeah.
I think my favorite one is, God, what's that? I can't even think of the channel right now. It's, You See Me watch their videos, but they only post like a video, like 1 or 2 videos every year. Oh, Oversimplified. History Oversimplified.
What?
Because it's funny too.
Yeah. There was a lot of like in college, I'm still in college, but like for school, if I didn't understand a subject, I'd like look up, I think it was called Brain Pop or something.
I think I've heard of that.
It was like this robot and this other guy, but he simplified in like 5 minutes.
I think I've heard of that.
Yeah.
I'll have to look that up after this. But anyway, the average American versus the average British person, how do they compare? Let's find out. Let's see how different we are. Here we go.
Two of the closest allies in the world today are the United States of America and the United Kingdom of Great Britain, with both countries considering their bilateral partnership to be the strongest of bonds. The British-American bloodline runs deep, with millions of Americans identifying themselves as having either English, Scottish, Welsh, or Scotch-Irish ancestry. Given these close ties, we thought it would be fun to compare these two powerful nations in this episode of the Infographic Show, The Average American versus the Average Brit. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button so that you can be part of our notification squad.
I might.
First of all, we should explain what the United Kingdom of Great Britain is, as it's often an area of confusion. When we talk about the UK, we are referring to the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland.
Can you pick each one out before the labels pop up?
Yes.
Okay.
What's that, though?
I think that... Oh, the red one? I think that's the Isle of Man. Is it the Isle of Man? I think it is. I could be wrong, though.
Do you know them?
Yeah, England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland.
That's all of Ireland? That's part of the United Kingdom?
No, not all of it. Just the top part is part of the United Kingdom. No, that's what I meant.
Like, it's just that part?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I thought it would be more than that. I thought it was, like, almost half and half.
No, it's like the northeastern tip of it. But,
Dublin?
Dublin is in Ireland.
It's in Ireland, yeah.
Belfast is in Northern Ireland.
Oh. Belfast is supposed to be fun.
I've heard Belfast is fun. But yeah, I think the red is the Isle of Man. But let me know if I'm wrong about that.
Which is a sovereign state consisting of 4 countries: England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. The average Brit we are discussing today is someone from the UK. In terms of ancestral relations, according to a Census Bureau American Community Survey, nearly 27 million people identified as being part English, over 5.5 million said Scottish, about 5 million said Scotch-Irish, and nearly 2 million said Welsh.
Wait a minute. What is Scotch-Irish? I've never heard of that. I just heard of Irish.
Your dad's Scottish and your mom's Irish.
I don't know. I've never heard of that before. It's like...
Or they were from
you're either Scottish or Irish, or you have a Scot parent and an Irish parent.
Yeah.
But, why would Scotch-Irish be its own separate category?
Because maybe they're... I don't know.
That's confusing to me. I've never heard of Scotch-Irish. That's a new one to me.
Yeah.
Although Irish and German Americans make up larger portions of the U.S. public, it's thought there are a lot
Maybe Scotch-Irish is referring to the people of Northern Ireland. I don't know.
Maybe.
But that's not Scotland. So what the
I
fuck?
I don't know. Please
What is
explain
going
in the
on?
comments.
more Americans that have Brit blood flowing through their veins, but no,
Like,
and
why
nearly
isn't
2 million said Welsh.
Scotch English
Although
more?
Irish and German Americans make up larger portions of the US public, it's thought there are a lot more Americans that have Brit blood flowing through their veins, but no longer consider themselves being anything other than a full-blooded American. With this in mind, we'll start with some comparisons of a physical nature. The average Brit stands just a fraction taller than the average American, with the BBC lately reporting that the average man in the UK is now 5 feet 10 inches, and the average woman is 5 feet 5 inches. American men average 5 feet 9.5 inches,
Really?
and American women 5 feet
Hear that, ladies? You like tall boys? Move to England.
3.5 inches.
What?
Why did I know you were gonna say that? You're so
I like
funny.
tall. Which worked
He
out.
must. I'm tall.
Yeah, you're very tall. I have to like tall. I'm 5'7". I have to like tall guys.
Both countries are considered to be not so well proportioned when compared to other more developed nations, with a new report from the Institute of Health Metrics and Evaluation stating that the USA is in 18th place on the world's most obese nations list. Only Egypt was the other populous nation in the
18th.
top 20
Ooh, thought it'd
countries,
be
which
higher.
was filled mostly by countries in the South Pacific. The UK, however, might also need to get in shape, with reports stating that obesity is a national tragedy, and that by 2025 the UK will be the fattest country in Europe. According to
Wow. How do you guys feel about that, huh? They think you're going to be the fattest people on Earth in 30 years. I'm sure.
I think our food has a
we
big
get a lot of
part
shit
it.
for having lots of fat people.
We put corn syrup in everything, which makes you
Yes.
fat even if you work out.
Yes.
Just have sugar. Sugar's so much
Yeah.
better for
We
you.
get a lot of shit from other countries about being fat. It could be this, but I gotta get rid of
I
this.
lost mine.
But
Mine we can hold. now.
yeah. But at the same time, you know, we are the fattest people on the planet. Like every time I go out somewhere, I just look around. I'm like, how is it that we have this many obese people walking around?
And look, there are people that have thyroid issues and stuff like that, but we all need to be a little more healthier.
Yes,
It's about being.
myself included. I mean, I'm fat right now. Some of you guys have pointed it out.
It's dad bod.
You were growing a belly, and they were like, "Well, King Boomer's growing a sympathy belly."
It's dad bod. That happens.
Yeah, I got a dad bod now, so. But, you know, it's from this video. They say you guys are catching up to us. I don't know. I've never been there, so.
to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's latest report, the average American male is now 195.7 pounds, and the average woman is 168.5 pounds.
I've got that beat
The
right
average
now.
British man is 186.2 pounds, and the average woman is 154 pounds. Does the fact both countries are perhaps on the heavy side influence life expectancy? American men on average will live to 77.11 years, and American women 81.94. Citizens of the United
Go
Kingdom
ladies.
can expect to clock out at a similar age on average, with male life expectancy standing at 79.1
Okay.
and female life expectancy 82.8. The median age, meaning half the country is older and half the country younger, is 37.8 in the USA for men and women, and right on 40 in the UK. Which country is making more babies at the moment? Current statistics state that the US and UK are similar here, with births per woman in America averaging 1.84 and in the UK 1.9. Marriage rates have decreased in many developed nations over the last few decades. According to the CDC, in 2015, 6.8 people per 1,000 of the total population tied the knot in the USA,
Wow.
while in the UK that
What?
number was 4.5 per 1,000. Around
So only 6, basically 7 if you round up,
Yeah.
per 1,000 people get
People aren't
married?
getting married anymore.
What? That's insane to me.
This ain't 1822.
No, it ain't. But I mean, still, like
Yeah.
7 out of 1,000.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
You still
That's
wanna marry me?
That's 0.7%.
You still want
That's
to
less than 1%.
Yeah, people aren't getting married.
Oh, I'm fucking married. Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. You gotta show off your ring.
Oh, I know.
more
I'm
because-
sorry. It was because at the end of my pregnancy, my fingers swelled up, and it was hard to get on and off, and I was scared that I was gonna like get stuck and then cut it, so I just kept it off.
Yeah. But then you look at the UK, 4.5 per 1,000 people. That is staggering to me. That is staggering.
Yeah.
That means, like, marriage... I knew marriage rates were down, but compared to what I thought, they're way fucking down.
Well,
way down.
Is it still expensive to get a
And
divorce?
divorce rates are way up. What?
Is it still expensive to get a divorce? Maybe that's why people aren't doing it.
Is it expensive to get a divorce?
Mm-hmm.
Depends on how much you're trying to steal.
No, I think just in general, even if you're both broke, it's expensive because you have to pay for, like, a lawyer and the paperwork.
Oh, yeah.
But
It's like that Chris Rock bit where he's like, if he makes $30,000 and your wife wants 15, big deal, you're not starving. But if you make $30,000 and your wife wants 15, you might have to kill her.
never heard that. Well, thank you for wanting to be the 6.8%.
Of course, yeah. But doesn't that seem like absurdly low to you?
Yeah.
Like that's a statistic right there that has blown my mind.
Yeah. You
42%.
like you grow up and you get married, like that's what you do. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Everyone's different, but it is weird.
The CDC in 2015, 6.8 people per 1,000 of the total population tied the knot in the USA, while in the UK that number was 4.5 per 1,000. Around 42% of UK marriages end in divorce, with almost half of US marriages ending the same way.
That's not
On that
surprising.
sobering note, we'll take a look at money matters. In terms of industry, both nations are considered champions of the world, but according to the United Nations Economic Commission for Europe, the USA citizen
Wait a minute, how come the guy doesn't have a bag?
Because listen to what they're about to say.
grosses a higher salary than the average UK person. The average gross salary in the USA was the 5th highest in the world at $4,893 per month, while the UK sat in 14th place on the list with an average of $3,461 per month.
That I
In
knew.
terms of cost of living, Americans might need a few extra dollars, with one report putting the USA in 18th place in the world on a cost of living index and the UK in 29th place. We must also note that cost of living and wages can change dramatically from city to city. If we take a look at the economics Big Mac
Cost of living
index,
here
we
is
find
high
that
as
the
shit
cost of a
right
Big
now.
Mac in the US is $5.06, while the Brits only pay $3.73. At the same time, the
I miss those prices. We used to have those prices.
It used to be like
I need to get a Big Mac in the UK.
$3. Yeah.
Oh my god, you could get like a whole fucking meal from McDonald's for like $6.
Yeah.
And now it's
No,
like
now you get like a burger, fries, and a milkshake, and they're like $12.99.
Yeah.
I'm like $12.99.
it's like ballpark prices
Yeah.
now.
index shows someone in London has to work on average 1 minute longer than someone in New York to buy the same burger. At the high end of the earnings scale, the US is home to the richest man on the planet, Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates, whose fortune amounts to around $87 billion. The richest person in the UK is actually listed as two brothers, who are part of the Hinduja family.
When was this
They're-
posted? Six years ago? Because that's got to be Elon now, right? Richest man in the United States?
Yeah, maybe. I think
gotta
it
be
is.
Elon.
richest man on the planet, Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates, whose fortune amounts to around $87 billion. The richest person in the UK is actually listed as two brothers, who are part of the Hinduja family. Their net worth is around $16.9 billion, according to Forbes. In total, there are 134 billionaires based in the UK, according to the Sunday Times, while the USA has the most billionaires in the world at 565. What do Americans and Brits get for all their hard work? Well, the Brits don't work as hard, according to one study that divided the total number of hours actually worked by the average number of people in employment per year. The USA was 16th on the list at 34.40 hours per week, and the UK was 24th on the list at 32.25 hours per week.
That seems low to me, too.
What, the work hours?
Yeah. Well, maybe not. I don't know about the UK, but the American one definitely seems
Low.
low.
I think we just work crazy hours.
I feel like most people work like 40 hours at least.
Yeah, because you can't, like, that's what the work week should be, what you make it scheduled for, but no one can live off of that, so they're picking up extra shifts there, working later.
The Brits also get more time off, with workers by law given 5.6 weeks of paid vacation time per year. In the US, they're
I hope they talk about maternity leave stuff, because we don't get anything.
Nope.
If you get pregnant, they say, tough luck. Have a good time.
Yeah.
Hope you can feed your kid.
There is no such law, and paid time off is an agreement made between the employer and the employee. The average paid days off in the US is said to be about 10 days, with that number increasing with the number of years in a certain job. The UK has less public holidays though, at 8 days, with the US enjoying 10 national public holidays. Americans may work
don't
harder,
matter.
but
I
they
don't
also
care.
seem to be getting more for their buck. While the British public have been dealing with drastically increasing property prices, they also live in very small abodes. Studies have found that Britain's houses on average are some of the smallest in Europe at around 818 square feet. American citizens on average can enjoy much larger living areas, with the average house size being around 2,160 square
Wow.
I didn't
US
know
also
that.
Man, they can really squeeze you guys in these tiny little boxes, don't they?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound right. I mean, maybe it is right. I meant that in like, that's fucked up.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
But you also got to think, you know, you can fit like the island of Great Britain, like what, like 50 times inside the United States.
Yeah, that's
so they don't have as much room or land, you know. So I guess you got to think about that as well.
has more in terms of vehicle ownership. America is third on the list of number of vehicles owned per 1,000 people at 797, excluding motorcycles and anything else on two wheels. The UK lies in 34th place on the same list with 519 vehicles per 1,000 people. Rising property prices, expensive cars, what does this mean in terms of borrowing money? Household debt statistics, which is measured by all money owed to financial institutions, whether it be for a house or a BMW, has both the UK and the US in the top 10 countries of the world. For 2016, the UK was in 6th place on the household debt list, and the US not far behind in 7th place. UK citizens looking for a higher education and a good start in life might also have to take on a lot of debt before they actually embark on a career. While much of Europe enjoys a free ride or low-cost higher education, England is now said to be the most expensive place in the world to get a college degree. The latest reports state
Wow.
UK nationals attending
it'd
an
be
English
American.
university can expect annual tuition to be $11,715 compared to the $9,410 Americans pay on average per year.
What college is $9,000?
Yeah, right?
That's one semester.
That's what, yeah. I want to know what fucking colleges they're talking about.
Maybe community college.
Maybe.
But if you go to a university, it's literally
And the number...
$1,000 for one class.
Yeah, and the number for the UK, is that... Do you guys think that's low, too? Because it sounds like we have the same problem.
Yeah.
Where the universities are just sucking money out of people.
The culinary school I went to was $20,000 for 1 year.
Yeah.
I got a scholarship otherwise. Like, that's insane.
Oh, yeah, the school I went to was just about $20,000 a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What college is this?
What colleges are you talking about, pal?
Where are you going for $9,000? I would love to go there.
That would have cut my expenses in half.
On average, the class of 2016 in the USA owed around $37,172 in loans, while students graduating from a university in England could expect to owe as much as something in the region of $40,000 to $55,000.
Holy shit! What the fuck, man? You guys got the same problem, but yours is worse.
That's what college.
Dude, I mean, look, I'm all for education and higher learning and all that, but most of college, especially now, is a fucking scam.
Well, it's
They're
money,
just out to
it's
get your
money
money
grabbing.
so they can give you a certificate for, you know, a degree in finger painting or
it's-
whatever the fuck.
Okay, well, there's actual real things, degrees that people go to school for, but the idea of school should be like, you know, like learning and being educated and
Right.
wanting to broaden your knowledge should not cost you
Right.
$55,000.
It should, right, exactly. It should not
Do you know how
cost
many
anywhere near
people
that.
could have like found the cure for cancer, been like a great doctor, but couldn't afford it? Like, that's sad.
Well, no, but that's what they get you with the student loan things.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have the money and you can't afford this,
Yeah.
going to a college, they say, oh, well, you know, they go to a bank and the bank says, oh, we'll give you a student loan. And then they pay for it, and then and if you don't, but here's the thing though, if you get a degree in finger painting that the bank allowed you to get, then you're saddled with like $100,000 of debt. How are you going to pay it off with
You
a degree in
become
finger painting?
You become a professor in the college for finger painting, and then you make decent money.
Yeah, but they might have, you know, there might not be openings for that. So, but it's like a huge thing. Like, you know, that's why they're talking about student loan forgiveness and stuff like that. Which, you know, there's pros and cons to that too. But it's just, it makes me so angry that they charge that much. But the bigger thing is, like, it's a lie that they're told. Like, when I was a teenager, it was like everybody said if you want to have a good paying job, you have to go to college, which is absolute bullshit.
Here's my thing. You have to do something. It can be college, it can be a trade school, it can be starting a business. You got to do something, because I've also
trade school is a very good choice these days.
Yeah, it's a very, very good choice.
It's a very wise choice.
Like, have a career path. I truly believe that, like, parents, at least they used to, the second you graduated high school, they're like, where are you going to college? Like, where are you going? And then these kids are...
It's like social pressure, too,
going to college, they're just partying, and they're failing out of their classes. Take 6 months off. Figure out what you want to do. And then when you go into it, wholeheartedly go into it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can end up like me, who did 7 different careers and has a lot of debt now. So yeah, take your time.
Yeah.
Figure out what you want to do. But no, you could, like, college is a great plan, but it is expensive, so try to have that be your one plan.
Well, if you do go to college, don't pick a stupid degree. That would be my advice if you're going to go to college.
You can still take courses in it to, like, become more educated in something you're in, because they let you take electives of whatever you want. But no, you get a degree where you're going to make money. Otherwise, you're going to shoot yourself in the foot.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, the big lie was,
Yeah.
you know, and if you want a well-paying job, you have to go to college, which is absolutely untrue. And it was a lie that my generation was told.
And one thing that I noticed about, like, universities, if you're a freshman, they are for you. Like, they have 80 different people you can talk to. You never have to wait in a line. They're like, come to our school, come on. They get you signed up for classes. You're a senior. They're like, which I am. They're like, oh, you're not graduating.
You can say fuck.
I know, sorry. They want to keep you there because they want you to take more classes.
They want you to keep paying them money.
They want you to keep paying them money. I've had so many, like, people in the college. I'll show them my classes and be like, all right, like, is this what I need to graduate? And they're like, oh yeah, everything looks good. And then I get to the end and they're like, oh, you didn't take this class. Looks like you're going to have to sign up for fall. And I'm like, you told me this is all I needed. And then you have to pay for a whole nother semester.
Yeah.
Because even if you're
trying
just
to get
taking
your money.
one class, yeah. And there's no one to talk to if you're a senior. If you go to talk to a guidance counselor, they're like, oh, we only talk to freshmen. Like, they just want freshmen. They just want more people coming in.
Yeah.
That stuff makes me mad. You should be, like, there for the people to graduate. That should be your immediate goal.
Right.
I think my graduation rate at my school was, like, 10%.
By the way, but, you know, we went on kind of a rant about our university system. You guys let us know. Does anything that we said sound familiar?
Yeah.
Does it sound familiar? Because judging from the numbers, it looks like you guys got it way worse than we do, which is shocking. I thought our university system was, you know, a complete scam at this point. But anyway, there's only a little bit left. Let's continue.
Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland all have cheaper university tuition fees or no tuition fee for Scottish people studying in Scotland. Students may still have to borrow to study, though, with a recent report by the Student Loans Company stating the average student debt in Northern Ireland and Scotland was around $26,000 and $15,000 respectively. The Welsh have part of their tuition fees paid for by the Welsh government, but students still rack up debts on average of around $24,000. UK citizens may take some comfort in matters of healthcare, with most costs covered by Britain's National Health Service. Americans are not so fortunate, with an article in The Atlantic this year stating that more than a quarter of Americans said that someone in their household was struggling to pay off crushing medical debts. With that, we come to the end of today's show. Head on over to the comments section to let us know which country you'd rather live in and why. And
I like that. It was a good video. I like the animations. I like how he stopped short of the medical stuff because he didn't want to... It sounds like they didn't want to piss off all the fucking Americans who know they're getting screwed by all that stuff.
It's not a secret. It's insane. It's made up prices. If I'm gonna go to another rant, but it is. It's so expensive. It is insane.
Yeah.
I have not gotten the bill for my epidural yet, but that costs money.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think they cover it.
You don't think so?
So my sister's covered hers, but my other sister didn't get covered because, according to the health insurance, it's a pain reliever you don't need. You saw me go into.
You definitely needed that shit.
It.
You definitely
Cheers
needed that.
to the women who can do it without it.
Oh my god.
I could not. I tried very hard.
I literally looked at the nurse and I was like, "Give her the epidural."
Did I not try?
And
I
then,
tried to make it through that.
But then, like, she like kind of like shrugged, like,
Yeah.
"You have to be the one to say it."
Yeah.
So I said, "Babe, just tell me what the epidural." And then what did you do? Give me the fucking epidural.
I said, "Please." Oh my gosh.
Oh.
But yeah,
You did great,
insurance
though.
companies don't think that that's a necessity in a pregnancy.
Yeah. Wild, man.
Crazy.
I'm so like I can't believe how much.
And the marriage thing surprised me.
The marriage thing was shocking.
We just made a
And the
7-minute
student-
video, half an hour.
I know we did. We see when we get it's me and you in the same video. We end up talking a lot.
I know.
But I was shocked that the tuition fees and the student debt was even more over there.
Yeah.
In particular, England. The other ones, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, they seemed lower. But
Yeah, but no, that surprised me too.
that was utterly shocking because I thought we had the worst university system in terms of, because I know that, like, I'm 35 years old. I know probably more than half of my friends that I grew up with that I'm still in contact with still have massive amounts of student loan debt, and they haven't even paid half of it off yet.
Yeah.
It's just, ugh.
No, it's crazy expensive.
Imagine that being saddled with student loan debt until you're like fucking 60. You know?
I know.
You're like on the way out. Fuck you, pay me your student loan money. Anyway. Yeah.
Do you want to marry me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll fix that.
Okay.
Okay, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Let me know what you thought of some of our rants and some of the info that we learned.
Yeah,
in
and
the
let
comments
us know
below.
some things, because I'm very interested on what your school system's like.
Yeah. I knew you guys had a way better healthcare system than we do, but that student loan shit was shocking to me.
Yeah.
Utterly shocking, because I thought we had it the worst. But let us know about that. Anyway, remember to like, subscribe, do whatever you guys want, and we'll see you again soon. And it's lovely to have you back, Queen
It's
Booms.
lovely to be back.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. All right.
Bye,
Peace
guys.
out. Have a
Thank
great week.
ya.